Hello, welcome back. I'm People Joe, and this is Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. I have a lot of explanations that I owe you, and this thing is far from fixed. So still a couple things we have to get done today, and then we can continue on the line and make that pretty. Let's start with the case of the missing ship. Okay, the missing fuel tanker was absolutely my fault. I retraced my steps, and between episode 58 and 59, or 59 and 60, there was a shortage of fuel on the island, and I decided that the reason for that was probably that I'm exporting too much, or that it was too slow when it goes to export and then come back. So I told the fuel tanker to still go to the border, but I unchecked the load and the unload. Where is that? This one. If you go down here, if you go here, and then if you are at the border and uncheck this one, the ship will actually sell itself. That's what happened. That's why it was gone. But because we are working with ship volumes, yeah, definitely. Because we're working with ship volumes, well, it was so delayed. It was almost a year and a half delayed. It was like an hour and a half delayed, which, well, it was not a year and a half, but you know what I mean. It was delayed by a very, very long time. Now we're refueling again. That was fine. But because we were out of fuel in this general area up here, the ships that we had here were out of fuel. And if ships are out of fuel, they're not even going to unload. Plus, they're blocking everything that's behind it. So right now, I had to, because we had some fuel sitting down here in this container, I told the... I don't know why I closed that fast. I told the distribution centers that I had down here to bring fuel all the way up to the ships. And that was enough to at least get the important ships that have food up and running. And the second problem was that we didn't have any fuel here, which was blocking the truck that was sitting, that was supposed to bring coal to the heating plant, and that was sitting somewhere right here, so everything was blocked from moving anywhere, and nothing was good. So that was the first problem. I just had to send that one to the depot, send a fuel truck out here, and that all worked. The traffic jam, I don't know if you saw it, was about this whole street, like everything that was gravel was effectively blocked, so that was a problem. That was here. That was just fuel. So then the next problem on top of that, which I still have to fix, I attempted this once, I thought I had it, and then I realized I missed something. The view, this whole complex died. Everything here died, and it's actually starting right now. Let's see if we can fix that. This is our current problem. We have a number of shoppers in front of the shop, and that is because so many people may get delivered here at the same time. For example, we have 129 passengers and 6 students coming in right now. That is good. That is what this whole thing is about. But this shop may not be able to handle that much, especially not if it's not full. So what we're going to do is take a couple of these buildings and assign them to go, let's do this. Cool, shopping center. Assign a couple buildings to bring all their workers directly to the shopping center because they do have to overload. And as you can see, our happiness is already down, and it is down because they're unable to fulfill their needs during the day. That obviously is a bad thing, but I'm hoping that as long as we keep the shopping center full, we may be able to mitigate all that. This is mostly a problem because our happiness went down, and our happiness in this area I don't think was affected by the fuel shortage, because the fuel shortage has not been around for that long, which makes me actually consider adding a food kiosk close to where we are here. It's not my favorite. I don't think I want to do it. But food is one of the big ones that we run out of, and I feel like the food kiosk may... where are we here? Grocery kiosk. Cool. Do you do meat and... Yeah, you do meat and food. Not a lot, but you do some. And you should definitely be able to fit here. And you don't have a lot of workers, and it won't take very long to actually build you. So it's an attempt. It's an attempt to get people out of the shopping center if they just want food, because they want food every single day. So having an extra kiosk should help. What did it tell us in terms of capacity? 1 in 10. I've never tried it, but I think we're just barely overloaded here, so I want to see what this actually does, and if we can make this work this way, and if not, well, there may be another episode ahead of us. But we're going to try this one right now and see what it does. Cool. But yeah, people here are relatively unhappy, which that is new. I think the ones out here in the prefabs are actually really happy, which is great. Oh, sorry, in the prefabs, in the surrounding parts. So it's a little weird to me that the local residents have so many problems, but they do. So let's see if we can adjust them, address what we have. Otherwise, I may just have to add another grocery store somewhere in the city and hope that we don't all die. But yes, they all died, and then in the winter there was just no heat available and everything was terrible, etc., etc., and nothing was good. So that was a big one. The biggest one that I missed the first time I tried to fix it was, let's look at this overlay. For resources, for food, for 3,000 meters, keep the overlay on. Yes, please. Now we have 200 tons of food sitting there and 256 tons of food sitting here. And we're trying to move all of that food to the trucks over here. But look how much food is sitting there. We're just not moving enough food to these areas. And that is very, very painful. Can we do anything to bring more food in? Here's a problem. I thought I just forgot or didn't have enough food available for these guys to do their thing, but I don't think that is our problem right now. We just don't have enough trucks to move enough food from here to the other location for any of this to actually work. Because I was considering just shipping in a little bit of food with helicopters, because we have a helicopter unloading platform right there, and we have a helicopter unloading platform here that has a train platform associated with it, which is a lot faster than doing this with a ship. But I think food-wise, we're close to having enough resources available at this point. Like, this ship is not empty, and we're moving about, 12 trucks times 85 tons. We're moving about 100 tons per round. And then, as you can see, we are moving some more food to the city. So there's 29 tons sitting there already. That's great. We have some extra trucks delivering here. 67 tons, 24 tons, 31 tons. So there is food here. Same thing up there. We have 70 tons sitting in this one. That's all good. We have 76 tons sitting here. It feels like we have enough food. However, we do have to understand how much food we're consuming in a month, and then we got to get it down to 30 days. So if we look at our citizen facilities, they're consuming 274 tons of food a day. That is, if we do the math, like 27, 30. I don't want to do this wrong. I know that I know the answer, but every time I do this, I do the math wrong somewhere. And right now, it's really important that we don't screw this up. Let's call it 10 tons a day. Like 9.13 tons a day is what they're eating. Okay. The whole republic. That includes the island and the peninsula. So we need 10 tons of food per day everywhere. How long does it take for this ship to come back? I think quite some time, and we only have one of them. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add a second food ship, which will be the only two that are allowed to unload at the harbor and wait until unloaded. Otherwise, that place just gets completely overrun. Which one is this? This is the Volgobolt. The Volgodon cargo. Yes. No, Volgobolt. The smaller one, 17 million. That's fine. Yeah, okay. Get this one and assign it. Why am I doing this? Because I am very certain that when the ship leaves, it takes us too long to get enough, because you just saw we had about 400 tons of food sitting in that, like, unloading area. 400 tons of food is enough for 40 days, maybe? And I'm not convinced that that is enough to get us through the time that it takes for the ship to return. And the easy thing is... There we go. The easy thing is we can turn the secondary ship off. We don't need it. It just has to fill the coffers once, and once everything is full, we should be good to go on this area. And I think we are okay now. Almost. Okay, we're full here. We're not full there. We have a little bit left in there. This one's obviously empty. All our fuel tanks are moving out and doing their thing, but they seem to be doing okay. I do want to make sure. I think we're pretty good now on the food. I have a hard time believing that we don't have enough food in the various places in the cities that rely on it. I mean, we're already down to 50 tons here, but then we have over 30 tons already sitting there, which is enough for 3 days per side. So no, I think we're okay. And there's a little more food coming there. There's a little more food coming here. I do think right now it would not be a bad idea to add another distribution office right here to help us with more food delivery. That will happen. That will be needed at some point in the very near future. So we're just going to throw another one right here, and just call that good then. That was way wrong button. Where do you want to be? I would prefer you connect. F2 is what I wanted. Yeah, you're not going to connect there. You're going to connect here, or you're going to find a completely different place for it. Well, if that is the case, then the food trucks are going to go right here. I think it had power, construction office. Start on this. Helicopter, start on this, please. And thank you. Is our little kiosk done? It is not completed. That is surprising, but okay. Construction office 7, you are on the case here. I obviously have it on slow speed, but it should be fine. As long as this is full, this is too many. This is just 300 people sitting outside where they need to be is not good. So we have to really just increase the productivity of the people that are sitting here. But look at that, 21% happiness, 41, 50, 58. That's not good. We need more. We probably need the people that get delivered here, and put you there, and then do add other unspecified buildings. Yes, make this one 100%. And I'm actually going to turn these off. Why? Because we do know that the surrounding cities, towns, villages, whatever, have better happiness, have higher happiness. And with higher happiness, we will get better workers in the shop and have more productivity, and that's what we need right now. So we're just going to upgrade that and see how things go. I don't think everyone gets picked up here all the time. If they do, we should find the building with the highest happiness and send those to the shopping center. That's what I'm going to do right now. This is, again, I was considering making this a fix-it episode. It just became a thing of, it's just a couple buttons now. I just have to do it right and not screw it up entirely and go from there. Let's check. Yeah, food, meat, culture. Culture is not great, but they should be able to get a couple things done here and there. Yeah, I think they'll be okay. They're just a little picky. 53% you will stay going here, and then we're going to use the alternative button for the rest if this is full. We'll just have to keep an eye on it and hope that this line of shoppers in front of the store is going to get smaller, because right now it's just not great. The line goes... Does it go around the building? No, it just goes to the front. It's not a full representation of how many people are waiting here, but that's fine. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great, but I do still have 44,000 left. I would just have to make sure that things are okay. So no job, no food, no culture, no meat, no sport, no electronic, no hospital. Yeah, this is very much just an overload. Should you just build a small shopping center and stop, like, hoping that the next test you're gonna do is going to be successful? I feel like the answer to that should be yeah. I wanted to avoid it. I don't think I can. So, what do we have here? There is a sewage. There's a sewage tank right here. It doesn't look like it has a road connection. No, it does not. Ooh, this one could have been bad. This one could have been very bad at some point. Okay, let's get that one built. Stupid helicopters. They just allow you to do those things without any repercussions. I think this guy has to leave, has to get demolished, because I need the space for the shopping center. And then, yeah, I'll just go with a real shopping center. The kiosk, when it ever gets done, I will just make our... It's our little experiment. We'll see what the impact is on the shopping center. No idea what it could be, but yeah, we're just gonna have to look and see what happens. Did I just siphon off too many workers to the police station? I don't know the answer to that, but we're just gonna take less here. I don't think we have a worker shortage. I really don't think that that's our problem, but I do think we have other problems. Kindergarten, not full, participate in any sports. Yeah, food is our main problem, and the guy from over here, they can walk to the shopping center, but yeah, if I can add one here, that would be great. What would be better is if I find a way to not have people from here, passengers from here. Oh, I can actually tell passengers to go straight to the shopping center here. That will be good. I will do that right now, actually. Where should citizens... can I not... at buildings where citizens should go? Passengers decide on their own. You can only send them to a transit platform. I was hopeful that I could make a difference here, because I think it will be fine, because if you watch D-Dennis show, he had the original like public transit, how it works and how you can make it work, and effectively what he was doing is was showing that you can do what we're doing here right now. And to do that, you just need a public place that has all the amenities, that has all the utilities, that has a shopping center, has everything that passengers need in their free time. But when you deliver passengers there, they will be delivered in chunks. They will not choose like where there's a space. It will just be like, here's my bus, drop me off. Everyone on the bus will go to the same place. If everyone wanted food, they will go to the same shopping center. They will pick which shopping center is has the lower capacity, the lower occupancy right now. So it would be good to have two large shopping centers next to each other, because then you can drop off a whole trainload. The first trainload goes to the one, the next trainload goes to the other, and it would be evenly split. But if you only have one shopping center like I have here right now, and you have like 6, 7, 8, 9 buses come in within a short period of time, which is what's happening here, which is what we needed, you will get into the number of shoppers in front of the store too many. And that is what's causing the problem here. So if I at least get another shopping center out there, maybe that is enough to keep all the people split out enough where we don't have issues. But it's hard to say if that's going to solve it, because then we have to now solve the matter of goods in the shopping center, which is not good. But I think at least in this location, they will have access to walk to the shopping center too afterwards and get the electronics if we're out of it, or their meat or whatever. We probably need a meat truck that does the deliveries here. But those are all things that I knew. But I think my problem is that the view just pushed us over the edge in how many people we can actually have, because how many workers do we get in? About 100, not 190 yet, but we're at least at 150, like 170 on that one. Okay. The next one that comes in is... I think it's the trains that make this harder. So yeah, I just have to add the secondary shopping center. And we can do that once this thing's... Look at that! They're actually walking over this guy. Huh! I wonder if that's a visual glitch, or they were walking fast, or if that is they knew that the demolition was actually done, so they started moving in certain ways. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Let's build that shopping center, because I am convinced that we need it. Grocery store? No, don't even. You know exactly that the grocery store is a terrible, terrible option for what you're trying to do. Yes, I do know that it's a terrible option. There's a footpath right in front of where you want the road connection to be. Yes, there is. Should have destructed that also right away. I think what we have to do is just rotate you around this way. We're not going to have the factory connection access here. It's just not going to happen. But we will have a footpath connection there, and you will get your footpath connection back to where it was. This may have been a very important connection that we had, and I don't want to just miss out on that. But let's do our footpaths here. I am very surprised that this thing is not done yet. It may be because construction office 7 is doing something in the new, the line district. Not 100% sure on that one, but this definitely needs to be high priority. The road connection, definitely high priority. You high priority, and this piece high priority. And we'll just see if it gets done. I will even send construction office 6 down here to get a couple things done too, because they just don't have enough to do. Excuse me, zoom out a little bit so I can see stuff. Where are we? We're here. These people are very unhappy too, obviously. But I do think that these are unhappy because They're actually recovering. They were out of food entirely because of the traffic jam that was here, so things are looking up, I think. This ship is gone. This is running out. As long as there's any food in here, we are okay. If we don't have any food in there, we will run into trouble. These are low, but as long as there's food in there too, that's fine too. At least we should be surviving. But let's see where the next food ship is, because if I can send one a little early, I will. Looks like one is already heading here. Vehicle online 2. You're in the harbor. No, I don't want you to be in the harbor. I want you to go to the border right now. Go. I think that one just left. Where are Soviet countries? Okay, you are already full. Cool. 1,200 tons of food, and you are close. Oh, beautiful. I think this was the right call to add the ship, and we didn't need helicopters to do the thing. I like it. Okay, great. Realized that there was 2 more things that are causing trouble, and while they're building all the other things out there, I have to show you. One of the biggest problems, this city was also dying. You look at the happiness. This city was dying. Why was this city dying? I'll give you a guess. It's in the picture. This. Yeah, and as you can see, I haven't fixed it yet. But this was the problem. Give me 2 fire trucks, please. We only have 1 fire station in this city, and this fire station, for whatever reason, at some point lost its fire trucks in a fire. I don't know when that happened or why it would have happened, but it did happen. And because it did happen, something burned down. The thing that burned down was this substation. This substation runs the water. We didn't have a water supply for a very long time, and that's why nothing, absolutely nothing, was working, and people were starting to leave, etc., etc. Happiness is increasing, but I didn't even realize that this was a problem. So there's a fire station there now. There were a couple buildings over here, and I asked the devs multiple times to have the default after a demolished building is like constructible again. Make the default construction mode, not nothing, because this will make it really hard in the challenge later on, like the 20-year no touch, to actually survive. I mean, we might, but we also might not. So it's a toss-up, kind of. Gotta look at this. So there, we have the helicopters here, but I think the helicopters are actually too big to would have reached this spot right here. So it is what it is. But what I would like to do is add another fire station into this area, simply because without it, if that happens again, there's no recourse. There's nothing we can really do to prevent that from, well, not destroying us. So I'll build a fire station right there. I would like a footpath right here. Of course. It's too steep, it says. Alright, if that is too steep right there, what are some other connections that we can get? Do you want to go this way? Yes, you do want to go this way, and then you could go there, but it's not going to do this. It's not that steep. Okay, I do think we can do a little bit of terraforming, like right there. There we go, now it's not steep anymore. Give me footpath again. Let me run over here, and now everyone is just fine. Make a footpath there, make a footpath here. And then this one's already connected to the Grand Central Station, which is wonderful. So now we're just going to hover over here, and we can see, yes, they can definitely walk there, which is great. Construction Office 1. This is your stuff. And yeah, they can just do this one whenever they feel like it. Helicopters, you don't necessarily have to work here, but I will allow it. Something I'm not planning on doing is add double substations everywhere. That's never going to happen. That's not a thing I want to do. Another thing, we have some time because we're waiting on those shopping centers to get done and actually everything to recover. Because until this recover, we can't do anything. This is a problem. Why? I don't know why I paused. This vehicle right here is a combi. Okay, Trubby 601. Okay, yeah, right. At some point, you set up your replacement for personal cars. Everything is supposed to get a B1200. You remember that? I remember it. You know what the problem is with the B1200? It's a Western car. Where do you get a Western car from? From the Western border. Do we have a Western border? Nope. Not on the peninsula. There's no way for this peninsula to get those vehicles, which is also the reason why these guys are just parked here and can't be replaced and can't do anything, because they don't have a suitable replacement available. So I need to use this to get a couple vehicles in. And yes, this is nice. This is nice. This is nice. This is nice. The problem is I'm not 100% sure. Space for vehicles, containers. I would like to put a large one here, but I'm not even sure that this is going to help me, because we need, obviously we need to move vehicles over here. But how many? What is the right number? What is an appropriate number of vehicles to have available in this spot to... Really? You're fine. You're fine. F4. Just move really slowly. There you go. There you go. See? No problem. Excuse me. Yeah, we need to move these vehicles somewhere, and we have to collect them first, and then we have to spread them out again. And I think the only way we can really do that is if I don't even know. I have to fill this up, but only have to fill it up halfway. We obviously don't have a helicopter distribution office, so that's going to make that harder, and we do have to come over here somewhere and actually pick up a couple vehicles to make all of this work. I guess there is a chance that we can have vehicles come in from here. We don't have any vehicles right now because everyone's unhappy and nobody can produce enough, but that is okay. Yes, look, I could turn this one into our export one. Okay. It's not ideal, but it is an option that I'm not hating. And I guess I can manually move things over here until this is full. That's fine then. I do have road access on this side if I really wanted to. I think all of those things are reasonable enough. All I need now is a heliport, and honestly a small one is fine. A big one is probably fittable. No, you don't fit. Okay, just a small one though. Then just the heliport in here. Make the road go that way. As you can see, we can connect to both sides. Is that something I want to, that I desire? You could get... There are not that many personal vehicles that I have to worry about. It doesn't make any sense in my mind to do this. All I have to do is just make sure that I get the correct vehicles onto the peninsula, and then I will be just fine. So I think we can just do this. Get that one connected, get the road out here. There you go, there you go. Come on, come on. Just a little more. Cool. And then I can use this to be our exporter. So let's call it the exporter. This one should... No, it does matter when they actually drop off things here. Okay, let's just pretend that we're demolishing this. If someone actually gets to it, that's cool. If not, that's also cool. Rename this building Pen Export. Okay. What needs to go in there? First, construction office 6, I think it's this area, needs to go out there and actually take care of those things. Any notifications that are important here besides happiness is too low? No. It is September, so winter is coming. If our productivity is too terrible, our heating plants are not going to be enough either. We had 43,000 people, but look at the happiness over here. It has still gone down more. All right, we have this thing on now. There's no reason not to use it while we can, so excuse me, autosave. You're doing great. This will take more... There we go. This will take more driving, but obviously I don't care about the driving. This is probably a good situation for when you want your smaller trucks to actually make that driving around there a little more effective, but this is fine. I'm surprised that the helis haven't fixed this one yet. It is high priority and it just doesn't... Oh gosh, still 200 days to go. This line is still as long as it was before, which makes me think we are probably losing a couple people here. Do we have a very low population building? These are all just in the 90s. Because if I can just funnel in a couple really happy people, that could be enough to turn the tides here, especially near... the places of work that we care about. I do have the money, and I don't know that I care about any achievements enough to make this republic not be successful anymore in the end. But yeah, let's just move a couple people in. And if you say, why don't you move people from Peninsula, from a different place where they're more happy, into the city? Because every time you relocate them, you get a penalty, a happiness penalty, of potentially 30%. and that will be counteracting what we're trying to do here. So just throw some happy people in everywhere and hope for this thing to actually get done relatively quickly. Okay, that all feels fine. I do want the helicopters to show up here. I'm not sure where they aren't, but there you go. That's that. So what are we constructing? We are constructing a thing over here. It's construction over 6. That should go relatively quick. We do unite on both sides. That's great. I would like one of these because it's probably what I'm going to use to also move vehicles on the island when I have actually moved them over there, to just get a couple vehicles set up and ready to go for there. And I just have to go through what those things are. What is this? The T815. I think that is not a NATO vehicle. Now it's going to be hard, right? I have to figure out which of these vehicles are NATO vehicles, because without knowing that, it's going to be really hard to figure out what we bring over there. So if I look at my blueprints that I have available, check Soviet Union, check Poland, Czechoslovakia, Soviet Union. Okay, this is actually helpful because now I can easily tell what's what. So I need the forklift. Okay. I need the beat. Okay. And that's, excuse me, don't crash, just save. Good. And the Mars is not a car that I care about. So all I need is the beat and the forklift. Great. That's great. I would like ideally I would just like to send the whole crew over there, but that will just create too much chaos. So I'm going to have this one probably drive a predefined route. I want you to load from there, unload here, load from there, unload here, load there, unload here, load there, unload here, go there when you're done. So just 2 full loads of each should be enough for a while. Actually, I think I want a couple more beats. To get a couple more beats, we're going to go here, 1, 2, and then you go home. Yep, that should be fine. That's all I need from this truck to actually move those things around. It makes me feel like I'm doing it right. And those were the only 2 Western vehicles I think that I had to worry about. How we doing in general on food here, that's okay. How we doing everything else, they are recovering well. Okay, we have population is fine, could be worse. The numbers here are going in the right direction. That is great. Should I divert some of the people that are here? Let's see. Yeah, we have 30% productivity. Out of the 10 people that we could serve here, only 10 get something done. That's not surprising. This number is smaller though. Oh, it's back in the 300s. It's not smaller at all. This one just needs to get done. Okay, where are all my helper guys? I guess I did tell construction office 5. I think I actually told the wrong one earlier. I sent 6 out here, which is Utopia. That's not the place we want to bring anyone from. But this... It's progress? Maybe? Yeah, I hope this small shopping center can handle what we need it to handle. Otherwise, it's just another case of too bad, too sad. But we may leave the kiosk where it is. But any place that only allows you 1 worker is generally causing trouble. Like, look at this guy. Productivity, 30%. This place is supposed to do 10. They were doing 3 now. It's the exact same thing over here. These are supposed to do however many, but we're only getting 180, so 6 each. Yeah. Oh well. That's exactly what it is. So, let's look at the other vehicles, because there are potentially a couple more. So these are... all of these, and currently we're not getting... oh, yeah. We're not getting any concrete because we can't deliver any people to any of these places, which is quite annoying. So let's see if that vehicle can just get out of the way. We could sell it, but that's lame. But yeah, we should be getting concrete and asphalt again, so our helicopters can do the construction that I need them to do. You just have to schlep yourself to wherever your destination will be. This guy, yep, we're replacing the forklift. That's what it's called. And what's the other ones? Yep, these. Those are all good. they're doing what they're supposed to do, so that should be fine. How are we doing on fuel here? Super low. This is the thing that's worrying me a little bit, because the fuel that we missed for so long now has an impact on the next... Ooh, 40 tons of fuel. Okay, you know what this means? You know what this means. I know what this means. This means we have to spend a little bit of money to get some fuel going. You're the oil tanker. That's fine. Where's my fuel tanker? Where's the fuel ship? That should be... Well, we'll just go look here, because there are only so many places you can go. It means that we're currently not producing enough fuel to make this work. To let you go to the pumping harbor and then to the unpumping harbor. Where are you right now anyways? Let me see. You are right here. Okay, you're heading to get fixed. That's wonderful. I will send you beyond the borders. We could spend some NATO money. NATO is further away from where we want to go. Okay, so you go to beyond the borders, not the refinery harbor. Load fuel. Wait until loaded. Good. Go there right now, because we need fuel quicker than what you can get us otherwise. Go here right now. It's going to take you a little while to get there, and we really don't have that much left over, but I hope we have enough left over to get us through the time it will take you to come back. Let's go look at our fuel reserves right now. Yeah, 24 tons, that's a lot. 88 tons is not a lot for ships, but because we're delivering from all the way over here, which we have over 1,200 tons, plus that's going to get filled up with that guy that has another like 1,000 tons sitting on board. I think we're okay with the amount of fuel that is currently available, so yeah. I think that should work out. Fire extinguished, that is music to my ears, and this guy is now finally ready. Okay. Moment of truth. Is this going to work for what we needed to do? You can come down here. You only have one meat truck right now. Do I think 2 meat trucks here will be enough? Excellent question. We definitely more of this. How much can you store on food? 8.5 tons of food. So I would like this to be at least that much. Sure. The rest is fine. And then yeah, meat. I think we're just going to do the special delivery truck for meat. Otherwise, it's just silly. It's just silly. We have enough meat trucks to make this work. So let's make it do the right thing. Can you go here? You? What? Why? You went there, you unloaded. You went there, you unloaded. You went there. Wait, hold on. You load, you unload at export. You load, you unload. You load, you unload. I don't know. Maybe it didn't like that I changed the order of things. Just do it again. You got a couple beats here, but you didn't get the rest of the... I don't know what happened there. It should just be unloading. Too many uninvestigated cases. Still? No, that's an old notification. That notification should not happen. That is not what's happening here. It is, everything is fine. Workers are fine. Crimes are fine. Numbers are going down. You should not give me a notification about that. I understand how the logic is written, but it should not happen that way. It's fine. Okay. Let's look. Wait, no. Do your meat truck. You're getting distracted by things. This is not an episode of a lot of progress, but trust me, up by the steel mill, but the steel mills, we do have a lot of things just in motion, so they can get constructed and finished. I'm obviously trying not to use the helicopters for them right now because they have more important things to do. But all of this stuff is good. There you go. This is what I wanted. You will be our meat delivery guy for this city, which means you're going to go all the way down here. You wait until loaded every single time, otherwise it's just silly, and then you go down here, wait until unloaded. You're the only one that's allowed to wait until unloaded. Why are you allowed to wait until unloaded? Because we have 2 parking spots there. Okay, we have several people waiting there, so I'm going to split the workforce effectively 50-50. So you get one, you get one, and the rest can go out to wherever they feel like going. This should be fine. Again, I'm doing this because most of the happy workers with the high productivity come from the outside towns, where the town right here is the one that doesn't have enough happiness in the hearts. This. That's what we wanted to see. 100 extra with full stores is not the end of the world. You probably get through them. Why am I saying that? Let's click on this guy. Let's click on the last guy in the queue. And I don't know if that's exactly the last guy in the queue. But I would not be surprised if this guy still gets to go shopping. That's a lot. That's a full train that just dropped off there. But we're not full on the sellers. We're not full on like any of the other stuff. So look at that. Look at that. This. It got what it came for, and there's still time in the day for him to do something. So this might be working. This may be okay. This one shopping center at the kiosk may be doing what we needed to do, even with crappy productivity. But culture. Okay, culture is the next thing then. The shopping... How's the shopping center not full of workers? I don't understand that. There may just not be enough workers in town to make this work. Okay. How about this? Okay. I did say there's a 30% penalty to do this, but hear me out. Let me assign all of these guys to where they want to go, invite this many people, and then have you go work at that shopping center and here, 60-30, that is fine. But now we have 85% happy people to go work in those places. That must be a good thing. I'm going to put a couple... I'm going to do the same thing again with this building. I don't want this area to die. This area is too pretty to die. Go there, go somewhere else. Make this one 1. Actually, make this one 2, 1, 0. Cool. Maybe this is all we had to do. Maybe this will help us with what we want to do. Culture-wise, they're still not happy. We have... This one's not overloaded, so that's good. This one's also not overloaded, so I'm not quite sure why they would all complain about culture unless they just can't get the culture places that they really wanted to get to, but that's an entirely different problem. This looks good. Nobody waiting in front of the shop. 120 waiting in front of the shop. Just double is fine. When you look at triple the numbers that are currently shopping waiting in front of the store, that's not fine. So we'll see how all of this goes. Truck traffic. You're all heading down here. Yeah, well, we'll see. Maybe this is what we needed. We're at 60% happiness. That's much higher than I got before. Court overwhelmed. I don't want to see that. I hope this is a false positive again. And it is. There's nothing going on here. You guys are drunk. I think you are now in a position where you can turn on your helicopter. Actually, turn this one on first. Get me 2 fire trucks. Thank you. These buildings are all rebuilt. That's good. We have some people sitting here. That's also good. How is fuel? I'm guessing you're empty. Yes, which means where is my fuel tanker now? And how much have you loaded? You're actually already heading back. That is wonderful news. Are you in the area? No, you're not in the area, but you're getting close. Is that you? You are the fuel tanker, so you're just getting back. That should be fine. We shouldn't be overloaded. It looks like someone is a little stuck here. Do you want to go somewhere else? Maybe go beyond the borders? Do you have anything loaded? No? How about you go there? Can I make you turn around? Can you... How about you go away? How about you could the... Here? Do you have anything loaded? You don't have anything loaded either. Go there. Yeah, get out of the way. Those 2 ships can go. Are you just stuck on top of each other, or are you just waiting for this guy to get out of the way? I hope you're just waiting for that guy to get out of the way, because he looks like he's actually moving. I hope that's appropriate and that's a good thing. Alright, let's get the helicopter to actually drop off a couple things over here. And honestly, if I have to, I can use this vehicle storage right there also for nuclear waste. Because this one should start to... Yeah, this one is starting to fill up. We have 52 containers. It looks very full. And it looks like that guy can actually not do anything anymore. Okay, get a helicopter in here. We're going to do 2 things. The first thing... Why? Why? You're not doing what I want you to do. Okay, I have to follow you to actually figure out what your dang problem is. So if I send you out... Because normally they're supposed to, like, go back to the depot if nothing in their current schedule is doing what they're supposed to do. But that doesn't seem to be the case here because we're not full in the export and we're not... Like, there's no reason for this guy to not do the task that I gave him. So you go in here, fine. You load up a couple more forklifts, fine. You go into where you're supposed to go. Okay, the pen export, wonderful. So you go all the way out there, yada, yada, yada. Yep. Load 100% of anything. That's what you're supposed to do at the next one. So you go in here, you unload, takes a little while, not the end of the world. Cool, you're doing wonderful. Yep, put them all here. This is probably enough vehicles now that I could move. Maybe this is the amount of vehicles that I told it to get. That is also possible, but then it doesn't explain that it still had some vehicles loaded when I was done with this. So you go into that one again. Sure, get a couple more of those forklifts, that's fine. You should probably work on your nuclear waste that you have to export. It's going to be expensive, but we have some money right now, so it should be fine. You going out here. Yeah, this is the time when you actually want to speed up things just to make sure that things are doing the thing that you want it to do. But I do not want to go there right now. So you're still able to unload. Great. That's exactly what I want you to do. Now is the time where you go to load the beetles, right? This is the next weird thing. Earlier, first it had excavators on board, and then it had... Hey, what's this? Why are the excavators here? Not excavators, forklifts. Doesn't make any sense. Oh. This is the problem. How is that? How did that get in here? So unload, load, unload. That's our problem. I think it was doing the right thing. There was just some bad instructions, and that's what screwed us. And then here you unload again, and yeah, perfect. Now you're doing the thing that I want you to do. I don't know how it got screwed up that way, but it did. Probably because I did something a little funky. It's not the end of the world. Everything is fine. Send you over here because I don't want you to park out there. And then I would like probably 2 of the open hulls so I can actually transport the things that I want to transport. Great. So those are all available there. Good. We have all these buses. No, none of those should matter, and I don't think I have any other I know that I don't have any other Western vehicles that need to be moved. You remember the helicopters we had from earlier? Can I just switch this to cargo? I switched it to cargo. I remembered that there was a button, but I wasn't 100% sure. You, sir, will be our vehicle transporter. What I want you to do is go down here, wait until loaded. That's very important, because when that is empty, I want you to stop going and not waste fuel. Bring that thing down here. Okay, wait until unloaded, because why not? Go. Is there fuel here? There is fuel here. I think it should be pretty easy for us to add a fuel connection out on this area. I'm excited that our population number is not below 43,000. It's falling still, but not very fast, and we're going up in happiness. Those are all much better than what I had last attempt at this exact thing. So you go here, bring some fuel there. Cool. I don't think it set it as fuel. Okay. I don't think it set it as unloading. I think it set it as loading for some reason. Make it 50% full. Cool. The second one... I need another helicopter, please. Yeah, the same one. The same one sounds great. Change vehicle type. Go to the nuclear fuel site. Sorry, this was also something that happened in the meantime, like in between. Just felt like one of those things where I'm like, you know what? It should be okay. So one helicopter is still bringing in stuff from the nuclear fuel production, and this helicopter is just going to go here. Are you space for nuclear vehicles? Yeah, it's not even complaining yet, which is a little confusing, but I think it will be telling me very soon that something is very wrong. So let's send you to the same spot. I meant to bring the nuclear fuel container somewhere else, but honestly, there's no way in game to process them. So the only way to get actually rid of them is to export them, and that's what I'm going to do. I know it's expensive, I don't care. I need to be able to run for 20 years without it, and our nuclear power plant is not maxed out yet, but it will be at some point, and well, we'll just hopefully that's all gonna work out. It looks like no, this is all fine. It looks like we're paused. Don't be paused. No reason to be paused here. Why is there no fuel here? That's an excellent question. Can we fix that? You are at 14. Alright. Let's fix the thing with the fuel. There's no reason this thing doesn't have any fuel. That's ridiculous. Cool. So, yeah, this is all set up. The first helicopter should really arrive here in just a second unless it's still waiting for fuel. It may have been waiting for fuel. Or it cannot transport the thing that I want you to transport. You cannot transport vehicles. Okay. That's fine. We'll send you over here. Can you transport vehicles? I think the answer may be no. I don't see containers or anything else. Do we have any other indicator? No, we don't. Let's click on the buttons that matter. Purchase new vehicle. Mostly cargo. That's this one. You can load 13 tons of vehicles on your flatbed. That's good. That means the helicopter that I sent out to do the nuclear fuel probably doesn't work either. And then if I look at the other ones, for example, this one, just passengers. I can flip you over, but then you can only do cargo. Alright, that's fine. Give me actually 2 of these, but we're just gonna have to wait until things... No, let's do the second one here. I already know that the first one doesn't work. You're the cargo guy, 13 tons, beautiful. Okay, we're just gonna reassign them, and then they will be just fine. I'm guessing, yep, there's still some rail construction not happening out there, so while we're waiting... And here's the... I was considering doing... Like at the end of the previously recorded episode that I recorded, that wasn't done, that wasn't right, that wasn't completed, I was just like, you know what? Maybe I could... actually don't want to do these 2 at all right now. Maybe I could... do a little bit of detailing. That'd be cool, right? Let's do some detailing because I haven't done that yet, and all we really have to do is get our population back up to where it was. And I was just like, you know what? I really didn't fix it well enough, so here we are trying to fix it again, and I'm feeling... We're getting there. We're not great yet, but let's look at the numbers. Let's look at the happiness. Ignore these 2 buildings. It's still falling. It's not where I want you to be, but they better. It's gonna take a year or 2 until everything is back to what it was. But this gives me a hope. The number of people that don't get food is very low. That's exactly what we need to see. That is good. That is good stuff. We're spreading out the good workers where they're supposed to go when they don't get picked up first, because they only split out if they haven't been picked up before that hour time frame that they have to get anything's done. I'm guessing we are full on food everywhere. That'd be good. You have 150 tons of food here. That is great. I would not be entirely surprised if our food tanker, food truck, these are probably both food. That's food, and that is food. Let's do this one. You are full. That's good, but we have all the... Let's leave them here for a while. Leave them here at least until this thing is completely full. And I mean 800 tons full, because it's mostly a matter of moving everything around now with the trucks that we have, which is not easy. And no, I'm not going to use the modded trucks that can transport effectively everything. Obviously, our courts are overwhelmed, because happiness is still low here because they were out of water for about a year or so. Oh, look at that! I was going to say our population has increased because it has 43.7 instead of 43.6, but then I remembered I invited about 300 people, so it's still saying 43.7 though. That's a good sign. Yeah, this is the same problem. I'm actually going to use the ones that say 0%. One of the updates in the current branch that I'm playing, which is still internal testing and I don't know why it hasn't gone out yet, is changes to how the court system or the crime and justice system works. The buildings get the same productivity boost as utility buildings like the heating plant, where it doesn't matter what your productivity is as a worker, you will get close to 100%. If you're over 100%, I think you get extra. I haven't checked the code on that, so don't nail me for details on this, but I know that that's one of the attempts to get things moving in the right direction. This looks fine. Yeah, as long as the refinery is not running at 100%, there's no reason to use our own fuel for the time being, just because we weren't delivering fuel for a while, and now we're paying all the price still. I love it. I love it. This is going exactly where I need it to go, and I am very, very, very happy that this seems to be working now. The pub, don't care. Don't care how many people you can work there. It helps keep people a little happier, sure, but it's definitely not my highest priority. What's going on over here? Not a lot. We can go back to concentrating on over here. They'll get a couple roads done here and there. Those roads are all done. I would really like to get all of this completed. Ooh. Oh no, they're not done yet. That would have been really cool. But they're clearly, the tunnels are clearly not done yet. That's what I was looking at. You guys just do all the roads that you want. We have a little bit of road construction needing to be done there. Oh, a couple things I didn't do because they're more important things. We actually have a couple construction offices now that we can use, and we should use, and we have to use, and we will use. This one originally was planned to be a flatbed organization. Flatbed construction office, yes, that's what it's called. You guys are all, or you have diesel engines, and you are able to actually get to this place. So I'm going to assign you here. You do have to unload. And that will just speed up our general construction, which is all it is. These guys, because we now have trains delivering stuff, make sure that you set these to the correct things. So that one gets that. This one gets prefab. Nope, it's the wrong one. Prefab for you. Then you will do bricks, and then the last one will do boards. Will I do boards ever as an industry? Yeah. I will totally do boards as an industry. It's not high on my list because there's not a lot of value in it. It just replaces an import, and that import is not very important. So it's just, I'm thinking about it, but it's not very important to me right now. Where are the trucks that I want? This is just open hulls. Okay, get those over to that spot. And you will see that I will go through the vehicles that we currently have really, really, really quickly, which is cool and terrifying all at the same time. But it has to be done. This is one of the general construction offices, and I think this one is the other one. Is that true? I think so. Yeah, because both of those will get one uncovered hull. You may want to get a couple more uncovered hulls somewhere, and I think I want one more general construction office in the area. Do you really? There's a spot for one here. Should you use that? So this will be cement mixers. This will be dumpers when we have gravel actually coming in here. This will be general construction. This will be general construction. This is the flatbed one. You could just have a couple flatbeds replaced by like covered holds, but they will be in here. I think we'll be okay. We need one more because buses. We don't have enough person transports to make all of this work. If I can, I would like to fit a 16-seater because apparently that's how many I had. I thought I did 12s for the construction offices, but it appears that we are doing more than that. So set you up there. If I could make this a higher priority, that would help me move things from the vehicle construction line down here. But you can't have everything all the time. 64% happiness, 43,800. That number is actually going up. That's exactly what I was hoping for, and it's just starting winter. But I am pretty confident that we will not run out of stuff. Not enough fuel for refueling. That's going to be a theme here, isn't it? You could turn off the fuel exports. There's 130 tons of fuel sitting here. They're just being lazy. Who is responsible for refueling this? Responsible would be not that one. Waste Central. Related vehicles. This one. Where are you? You are down here. You have vehicles. You're not saying that you're out of fuel. So it's a little confusing that you're not delivering to that heliport right now, unless you do have a vehicle out that's delivering there. Do you have something funny loaded? Nope. Nope. And nope. Was there a vehicle heading this way? There's a tanker going here, but yeah, where are you? Related lines, Waste Central. No. That's a little odd. But I should turn off the fuel export just for a minute. At some point we will need to turn it back on again. This is oil import, that's twice. Sell export mode, so I don't have a good way to turn it off unless I turn everything off. We have a lot of oil sitting there. We have no bitumen sitting there. We have no fuel here. No, this is the priority pump. This is a priority pump. Medium. Not sure why that says low, high, medium. And then low is the export. No, all the fuel that we have goes straight in here, which then goes straight in here. No, that's just the extra fuel. Interesting. Interesting. But yeah, this one should fill up first. This one fills up eventually, and then, well, it is what it is. How much are you getting? 29 tons. You pulled that from... Are you really not getting anything from here? Yes, that is the problem. It doesn't get anything from this tank. Okay, that's something easy to fix. I'm glad I saw that. You don't have any way to get in there. You can only connect to this one, and there's no extra pump to get you connected to this guy. That would be a problem then. What is this pump doing? It's just feeding it straight back into the bitumen one? That's what we're trying to store here, right? Yeah. Oh, it's feeding it there. It's feeding it into the harbor. I was reading it wrong direction. Okay, so this one is the main fuel that we have for the Republic, which is why nobody was moving over here, which is a small danger, potentially, because we don't have enough workers sitting here, because these are still not full, so let's add a couple thousand people here to this city. And by a couple thousand, I actually mean close to a couple thousand. Just so the refinery runs again, so we have fuel on the island. Because right now we're importing fuel, clearly, with the tanker, and we have to. And without that, we're really at a standstill. There was a question if I will add another refinery on the island, and I really don't want to unless we're going over the production capacity of our refinery, which I don't think we're there yet. I don't think we're even near that. But especially if we don't use helicopters all the dang time. But that doesn't mean I won't build one. If we can justify one, I will absolutely build another one. But for right now, no, not planning on it. Don't think I need it. We have everything we need. There's cement here that would like to be delivered. Who's my cement delivery team? Do we have any No, I wouldn't have any cement trucks or cement wagons available in the distribution office, so I don't think I even have to check. I'm so glad this is working. I'm so glad that I don't have to throw everything away or wait for like 2-3 weeks before stuff is back to normal again. 2-3 weeks because I can only play like 1 hour, 3 hours a week, 4 hours a week. So yeah, this is what I needed. I just want... Oh, there obviously are 2 things that I haven't done. Let's fix those really quick. The first thing that I haven't done is this needs the heliport moments, heliport cargo platform. Yeah, this is the right one, I'm pretty sure. I need you to go out there, and you're leaving. Great. I need the other helicopter that should be parked right here. Hope you that one. I need you to come all the way back home, and then I send the other large helicopter out there. And then there's one more thing I have to do, which is actually export the spent nuclear fuel with the truck that we have to deliver first, which is parked somewhere here. If we cannot transport this with a helicopter, it's not the end of the world. I hope you're refueling. Please tell me you're refueling. Are you refueling? Yes, you are refueling. Great. So, yeah, I just have to turn the trucks on if I can. If I can't, I'll just buy a couple trucks on the peninsula, but I like this. Now we have a connection of vehicles to the peninsula, which feels like the right type of thing that we needed. And having these there, I wouldn't be surprised if these start driving right away to replace a couple vehicles that are on the peninsula. So, effectively a fix-it episode, but a lot of details that are very specific to the first 61 episodes that we had so far. So, I hope it was entertaining. I highly recommend you try your own fixes when you can. Obviously, I'm telling you this now at the end. Look at those guys. They're just like, nope, I know where I'm going. I highly recommend you try your own fix because I may have missed a couple things still. There's not a guarantee or no guarantee here at all that this is all done. But that's all I had. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.